So you just won a job. Your customer accepted the proposal. Now what? Well, you got to get paid, and that means sending an invoice. Most people use QuickBooks for this, but here's the thing. QuickBooks isn't ideal for how integrators work. And we know this because dealers tell us all the time what they hate about QuickBooks. So we dug in and boiled it down to 4 key problems. The first problem? Getting the deposit quickly. If you're using QuickBooks, I bet you aren't getting paid when the proposal's accepted. Instead, what usually happens is you or someone on your team has to log into QuickBooks, create the invoice, submit it, and then chase the payment. It can be a day or more between the client accepting and then finally paying the deposit. And from the customer's perspective, it feels disjointed. They get an email from somebody new a day or two later, not their salesperson. It doesn't really look like the proposal. The truth is, the customer was expecting to pay when they accepted the proposal. And it can be this easy. With Portal, your invoice is automatically created the moment the customer accepts the proposal, and then presented to them for payment when you've got their attention, when they're most motivated to pay. And just look how beautiful the invoice is. It feels like one seamless experience. The second problem? Credit card fees. QuickBooks makes it difficult to recoup credit card processing fees by adding a bunch of extra steps. If the customer asks to pay by credit card, you've got to go back into the invoice, add the fee, submit it, and then wait even longer. That's just annoying. With Portal, if your customer chooses to pay by credit card, we automatically calculate a convenience fee and add it to the invoice. Oh, and speaking of credit cards, you don't have to switch payment processors. If you're using QuickBooks Payments, you can keep using it. We also integrate with Stripe and Square. The third problem? Accounting for deposits and progress payments. Most integrators collect a deposit first and then progress payments until the install is complete. Managing those deposits in QuickBooks can be difficult, where you have to do things like create a fractional quantity invoice. Like, what's 0.5 of a TV? Portal simplifies deposit payments with retainer invoices. And retainer invoices push into QuickBooks as liabilities because it's not revenue yet. No more manual journal entries or confusing partial invoices. Instead, you get a clean, simple way to record payments as unearned revenue until the parts are installed. The last major problem we found is invoicing for service. Think about how you bill for service today. You're not letting your techs invoice out of QuickBooks, so what happens? Well, they wrap up at the job site, customers standing there expecting to pay, and the tech says, "We're all set, somebody will send you a bill." And they leave. And now it's on you to collect the details of the service call, build the invoice in QuickBooks, and then send it out to the customer. And when does that happen? In the middle of your day when you have to stop what you're doing? Or it all piles up for you to do at the end of the day? With invoicing in Portal, your techs can log in, easily build the invoice, add the products that they used, and then present it to the customer. And they can do that before they even leave the job site. And it can sync with QuickBooks automatically if you want. In fact, everything I mentioned, automated deposit invoices, convenience fees, progress payments, it's all fully integrated and synced with QuickBooks at every step. So you keep your books clean and your bookkeeper happy. For a full walkthrough of invoices in Portal, check out the deep dive video in the link below. That's it.